Welcome back. It's me, the Susan Anime, and you are listening to Slop Under the Sea with me. And we will be talking about movies, TV shows, books, fun holidays, everything from other countries to does this still hold up to this day? From Rugrats to As Told by Ginger, to Movie Monday, to True Creepy Things Tuesday, to whatever I feel like talking about, because this is my podcast. And I hope you all will stay and listen to me and have some good old-fashioned podcast fun. And we'll try to stay as calm as we can. But let's get into it, and let's all have some fun listening. And you can also see me sometimes on YouTube doing my podcast as well. Okay, here we go. Today we're going to do big gem diamond painting. Create 12 stickers and 2 big sun catchers. Peel to reveal adhesive. Gem with style. Place gem on adhesive. Bigger gems make it easy. Sticker size approximately 5 cm each. Stickers your journal, notebooks, gift tags, and more. Sun catchers hang or stand for display. Diamond painting style, wax, square, or stylus. Connect many ways for these shown or listed. Create counts. Creative can develop the skills needed to achieve lifelong success. I just want to say that true develop children crime cases or something that I've been critical thinking skills. I want to say that I don't mean any harm or disrespect or anything. And sometimes the cases can be really scary. That influence the future. But I try to do true crime and creepy things Tuesday. Ideas. So this recording might be up twice. To provide children with experience that I just want to say I don't mean any harm, disrespect, or any hurtfulness. I'm just giving you the facts of the cases and letting everyone know that this is what I found. This is a case people have been talking about. This is a case that people are thinking about. I have looked into a lot of cases, and I don't want to just vote. I don't want anyone to feel disrespected. If I say the name wrong, you can standards as try to correct me. I might try to be able to pronounce it right. I might not be able to due to my learning problem. 2 sun catchers. But I just want to say that I don't mean any disrespect to anyone ever, and I hope that you all understand that I'm just giving you the facts. So let's open her. And sometimes I may or may not give you my opinion, or I could just tell you hey, this is my opinion based on what you're saying. Not even I know this personally, but more of this is what people are leaning towards, and do I agree or disagree? But a lot of the time I don't really know, so I'm gonna say this could be my opinion, but I really don't know them personally or know the case personally, so it really is this is what has been said, so this is what the opinion of other people have been. And I hope y'all understand that I don't mean any disrespect, harm, and I do not suggest you do any of this stuff that people have done, and I hope that this stuff doesn't continue to happen. And I hope y'all enjoy the cases, and I hope you all learn from them, more importantly. And I hope you all understand better that, hey, this is what happens, let's be careful, let's learn from this, let's try to get a new law in, let's try to do this, let's try to keep it from happening again. You're gonna reduce, reuse, and recycle, of course. Whoa, look at those. Before you begin, clear your space so you have plenty of room to work. Spread out your color gems, bags, gems, trays, stylus, and wax. Helpful tip, color your work surface with a large towel. This will help contain the gems in case they spill. Use a large resemble bag for storing your compartment. Luckily, I have a tiny vacuum that if it spills, I can do that. Unluckily, I can't find my tiny scissors, so we're going to use these big ones today. This must be the tray. This is the stylist. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you all fall out at once. There we go. Just remember I'm going to need the box, so I'm going to put it over here for now. So it looks like stylist, sun catchers,
the kidnapping of Kamiyah Mobley.
So,
Kamiyah Trisha
Mobley. I heard this story about a different name. Well,
was abducted from a Florida hospital on July 10, 1998, when she was only 8 hours old.
a different story. Kind of.
Carlina White.
In January 2017, she was found alive in Walterboro, South Carolina. DNA test proving
Also abducted her by pretending to be
that she
Carlina
it is
Renee
terrifying how
born
it
July 2, 1987. So you
was not the daughter of Gloria Williams, her abductor. She had been raised under the name Alexis Kylie Miracle Manigo? I think it was Miracle. I could be wrong. Her biological mother in Florida, Shanna Mobley, was awarded US $1.5 million after a lawsuit against the former University Medical Center. She has since had 3 other children. Kamiyah Mobley was born on July 10, 1998, to 16-year-old Shanna, I'm not sure how to say her name, Mobley, was abducted 8 hours after her birth by a woman impersonating a nurse, reportedly dressed in hospital attire, who entered the room, assisted, and conversed with the mother, and later walked out of the room with Kamiyah in her arms. Employees initially believed that the woman who kidnapped Kamiyah was a member of the Mobley family. Shannon, is her name Shannon? S. Mobley was interviewed later, pleading for the return of her daughter. The abductor was believed to be 25 and 35 years old, and possibly wore a pair of glasses and a wig. She was dressed in a floral blue smock and a green scrub pants. It is known that Gloria Williams, about 33 at the time, later forged documents to create a new identity for Mobley. Williams was in an abusive relationship and had just miscarried a child a week before, which is believed to be her motive for the abduction. The news of the kidnapping and her being found made national headlines in 2017 because there were no photographs taken of Kamiyah before her abduction. A computer-generated composite of her was created to distribute to the media. Distinct features such as melanoma spots and umbilical hernia were included in reports. After a series of tips, Mobley was swabbed and a DNA sample taken from Mobley after she was born was matched to a swab taken from the paternal match. After the match was confirmed, Mobley was described as in good health but overwhelmed. She had been living in South Carolina under the name Alexis Manigo, and had since graduated from Clinton County High School and had a boyfriend. She had been raised alongside Gloria Williams' 2 children. Mobley connected with her father and grandmother over FaceTime and planned to reunite with other biological family members in person. She had never met her biological father, as he was incarcerated at the time of her birth for drug possession and delivery, and because he was 19 while and S. Mobley was 15 at the time of Kamiyah's conception. Williams was arrested in South Carolina and extradited to Florida, where she was charged with kidnapping and interference with custody. She had a prior history with law enforcement, having previously been charged with check and welfare fraud. Mobley described Williams as non-violent and insisted that Williams raise her with everything she needed. On February 28th, Williams pleaded guilty to kidnapping. She admits she acted alone in the 1998 abduction. On June 8, 2018, Gloria Williams was sentenced to 18 years in prison for the kidnapping of Kamiyah Mobley. Kamiyah still communicates with her kidnapper, Gloria Williams, whom she still refers to as her mother. Williams is currently serving her sentence at the Harmon Correctional Institute and is scheduled to release July 9th, 2034. So, we will be talking about the next thing in a moment.
Where she found the image of the kidnapped Carlina. I was down infant photos of herself. Family member came down, yelled at me about, and those of her daughters. They have their own space. I have mine. But I also understand. They're like, you have boxes here, here, and here, and here, and here. You should do good feelings. You should reorganize. You should get rid of this. You should put this up instead of January 2011. That she was in your space. Is Carlina White investigations and legal proceedings trying to clean, but it is your police department because detective questioned a woman in Baltimore who is trying to focus on identify as having because in the it is a giant mess. And I'm like, the person knows this, and I'm like, okay. After the you know this, so why are you starting? Nancy was Carlina White. The Federal Bureau of Investigation began a search for Ann Padaway. The state of the limitations for the state kidnapping law had expired in New York, but there is no statute of limitations for the federal law on kidnapping. An arrest warrant for Ann Padaway was issued by the North Carolina Department of Corrections on January 21st, 2011, for violating her probation from a conviction for attempting embezzlement. Interesting, because I did a project like this. Anne turned herself into the FBI office at Bridgeport on the morning of January 23rd, 2011. Aftermath. Upon being reunited with her biological parent, Carlina White, it's the tiger. But this one's more for like adult advice. Attorney advised her to ask them about the cash settlement from the hospital. Julie White and Carl both confirmed that most of the money had been spent during the years before the reunion, and that a trust fund that had been established was obtained only enough. Carlina had been found before the age of 21. Julie White later stated that there had been a falling out over the issue of the money. In May 2011, public defender Robert said that he met Carlina White during preparation for Anne's trial, and that White agreed to testify on Anne's behalf. By the following July, White became
check out my podcast
called from her biological parents. However, several months later, she connected both of her biological parents individually. Having had a bit more time to process the situation, she later publicly stated the issue over the settlement funds was just a misunderstanding. Well, Carlina White
and
is
if
her
you're
legal
older,
name, as it appears on official documents.
You can check out my.
She says that she will continue to go by Nettie in public since it was neither the name her biological parents gave her, nor the name given to her by the woman who raised her, but rather is the name I gave myself.
Probably check it out.
Actually, I totally understand that. Here's the thing. I ever wonder if her and
for more mature audiences,
Kamiyah Mobley would ever connect somehow, because their cases are so much alike. It is terrifying. And let me tell you, I could talk to you about this tomorrow for my True Creepy Things Tuesday, because that's just truly creepy how close they are. Nettie Nancy is 24 but can seem much younger. Her hair dangles in long, wild braids.
I'm probably going to keep this sticker
and enormous
golden jazz though. And then the rest are going to be extras
line earrings.
My small business.
On her hand tattooed in thick
gems
is her daughter's name, Kamiyah. She's my miracle babe.
You should check out my website.
If it wasn't for me getting pregnant, this never would have came out.
I saw hats.
She was referring to the discovery she made.
Small
one, so dramatic, it
medium-sized
upended her life and the lives of the people closest to her. She spent much of her past year both embracing what she learned and trying to wish it away.
Extras away with them.
7 years ago, Nettie was a senior in high school, living in a poor section of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and got pregnant. By the fall, she couldn't hide it anymore. Didn't want to. She was excited. Her cousin Brittany was pregnant too, and now they could be mothers together. But she needed parental care, and to get free service for the state, she had to just have a birth certificate. Her father, Robert Nancy, was a sometime drug dealer who only saw Nettie now and then.
So if you want
it was her mother, Anne, who raised her and supported her. But when Nettie asked her mother how to get the documents and brushed her off, she said she was going to handle it. Nettie said, I'm reading a newspaper
except for the watermelon.
To give you a little more information about this case, Nettie got tired of waiting. She searched through Anne's things, found a document with her name and birth date on it, and brought it to the Bureau of Virtual something in New Haven. The clerk couldn't find her records. Nettie was furious, but when she pressed a supervisor, all but accused her of trying to assume a false identity. She told Nettie that if she kept trying to pass off what she had as ID, she might be arrested. Nettie would keep it, container, and left the office. Like this. Nettie got home. She told her mother what had happened and shook her head. I told you I was going to handle everything,
every other one
she said.
Green.
Before long, the Department of Children and Families called the house for Nettie's mother. Nettie wasn't privy on what they talked about. They might have just asked about the paperwork, or they might have mentioned that without proper ID, Nettie would need to enter their system, becoming a ward of the state. Whatever.
Now we need yellow, which I think is this one. Yeah, this one's yellow. The other one's orange. If I could just find the little seal. Okay, there it is. I'm glad they give you a container that's bigger though.
here's a tip. Add a bigger container for the adult one, and for the kid one, add a plastic container for the wax. I think if they had those, this would be like 100%. This is like 8.5 right now. But 10%, you would have to do a little better on those things. So we're making a watermelon, which is super adorable. And ta-da!